Hello and welcome to your next episode of East Kentucky Works podcast. I'm Jennifer Breeze and this is Jacelyn Kaiser, and we are so excited today because we have some guests here that are going to talk about business services. So if you are an employer or a business leader, this episode is definitely one that you don't want to miss.
Yes, for sure. We're going to have Lisa Meade and Melissa Williams, our business service coordinators, on, and they just have a lot of interesting stuff to tell us. They break it all down better than we did in our episode, and they can really just give you all the ins and outs of what business services provides and what you need to be able to qualify for that as an employer.
Yeah. So before we hop in, how are you doing, Jacelyn? How's your week been going?
I'm good. Chris said it best. Every day has felt like a Monday this week. I don't know why or what's going on in the system up here, but every day has literally felt like Monday. We've been super busy, but super thankful to be busy, and so much stuff is going on, so much good stuff. So just super busy is how I felt. A little chaotic this week.
Yeah. It's been an intense week here in the comms department because we have launched a brand new newsletter.
Our website.
And then the website went live today,
Yes.
as the day that we were filming, obviously. So it's been some big stuff going on behind the scenes, and we're so thrilled. And if you are curious, please definitely go to ekcep.org and check out the new website and sign up for that newsletter and see all the cool services. So let's jump on in and meet our guests. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have our very first guests here today. Of course, you've got me and Jacelyn, but our distinguished very first guests are two of our business services consultants, and we have Lisa Meade and Melissa Williams with us here today. So thank you, ladies, so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yay. So we wanted to talk more about business services. We have done another episode on that, but we wanted to hear it like straight from the horse's mouth. You guys are the experts who are talking to business owners and leaders every day. And so we wanted to hear from you things that people need to know to be running their businesses. So first of all, what are some of the most common problems that businesses in Eastern Kentucky are facing right now when it comes to the workforce?
Well, I think the overarching one right now is actually the lack of workforce. What you have is, and you can take from what SHRM has put out here in the last little bit, we don't have as many workers in the workforce as we once did. We've got a lot of aging baby boomers. We're in that last little, the tail end of the baby boomer era, the 50s and 60s, where those individuals are now getting ready to retire. We didn't have the same population to go back into those careers. So we saw a lot of that come COVID, that we had some of them go ahead and take some retirement and exit out of that workforce, and we don't have the number of people to come back into those positions, especially in the healthcare sector. So what you'll see in the next 10 years is there's going to be a deficit of workers, and so what we're going to do is help prepare businesses now for those attritions that are happening in the next couple of years.
How does EKCEP, how do we help these businesses and these workforce challenges like you guys have brought up?
Well, we have 9 contractors, and each contractor has their own business services consultant. And the contractors either serve 1 to 4 and 5 counties each. So they go out and visit their employers and judge executives, whoever they, can meet with and talk about which employers may need some help. And they go door to door and visit their employers. And we got some tools that we provide for them, and they try to figure out what their needs are and just try to help place some good workers there, good job seekers, and find out what their needs are. I know I repeated that.
Well, no, that's really important, though, because you do like a very thorough needs assessment when you start working with a new business, right?
Yes. Chime in, Melissa.
Well, so each business is unique and different, correct? So it's not a cookie cutter type of services that we provide. So each service is tailored to that business's needs. You know, we do that through a variety of different things. So we do have our business service consultants throughout the 23 county area, and as they're meeting businesses and assessing those for what their actual needs are, we develop based on what that business currently has a need for.
Mm-hmm. So let's say that you are talking with an employer and they have employees that they would really like to get upskilled, like they need certain trainings, or perhaps they're going to hire new people, but those people aren't qualified yet and need a training. What kinds of trainings might be available to these businesses that you work with?
Well, you know, obviously, if it's current employees, we can take a look at doing what we call incumbent worker trainings. We usually partner with our local community college systems or any other training institutions that would help upskill those so that they're being more productive. They're retaining their workforce. It could be as simple as maybe we're avoiding a layoff aversion. So we don't want that business to shutter just because their current employees don't have a certain skill set. Sometimes there's a lot of transferable skills that can happen. So, you know, those are the types of things that we do. We work with businesses in terms of customized training. That may be something that we just build around for them specifically. And then for acquiring new employees, you know, it's just as simple as we work with job seekers all the time. We have career advisors that are out in the counties as well. And we want to make sure that that pipeline is flowing really well between employers and those job seekers. So if a employer is expressing a need, let's say for welding, then we want to make sure that we have welders in the pipeline for them. And on the other side is, you know, if we have individuals that are training for plumbing or HVAC or nursing or any of the other training opportunities that we have employers are actually wanting those types of people with those skill sets.
Yeah, and since you guys are the business service coordinators, you guys talked about you work with the business service consultants in the 9 contract areas. So one thing that EKCEP has been pushing and we've really been doing in one of those programs that we have is apprenticeships. Can you guys talk a little bit more about that, how those are important, and how businesses can get involved with those?
Awesome. You know, we're really excited to be able to do registered apprenticeships in the EKCEP service area. You know, apprenticeships are something that's been done for hundreds of years, right? You know, our unions have done an excellent job of that kind of model. And it's not something that we've seen very prevalent here in Eastern Kentucky, but, you know, as of now, we've probably had, 12 to 15 of those running, Lisa, currently right now actively. You know, it's an earn while you learn model. You know, and as we see is I'm a hands-on learner, so I tend to apply what I'm learning. If I can do it right away, then I'm more successful. And so, you know, I'm a kind of numbers type of person. So historically, you know, what happens is there's an overall, the retention rate for the employers stays really high. So in the state of Kentucky, that's like 87% retention rate. Across the nation, that's 90. So that's a really good percentage to be able to retain for workforce that you're training. You know, some of the other things is we help them develop their future workforce. So we talked about how we want to have that decline. I kind of akin it to, you know, if an employee is starting out with me and I have a particular business, I like things done a certain way. You know, not all two businesses are the same. And the example I always use is HVAC. So just because it's an HVAC business, yes, there are common basic things that they know, but it may be a different manufacturer that does something slightly different. And maybe that particular business just likes a certain schematic of the way they do things. So you're building that person to be the perfect employee for you. You know, it's meeting into your culture. And also, you know, with apprenticeships, the apprentice overall tend to make more money over their lifespan. So it's a higher wage earnings for their lifespan. And again, that just becomes more productive for that employer. It's better for our communities. People tend to stay in the areas in which they work. So, you know, we're all about growing the workforce here in Eastern Kentucky.
That's awesome. So cool. And so you mentioned you're a numbers person. So aside from, you know, the fact that we're going to put people in place and have them trained, Are there any like financial incentives that employers should know about if they're working with EKCEP? Like, I'm pretty sure there's some things that we can do to help them financially. Can you talk about that?
Well, there is some paid services that we can help them with. We can do OJT, on-job training. We can pay up to 50% of the wage while they're training on the job, however long it takes for them to learn that particular occupation. And then we also do work experiences and internships. And of course, there's some percentages that we can pay with the apprenticeships also. So things like that. And then there's non-paid services that we can help with, with the resume writing. We can help them screen applicants. We can help them with job fairs and any other, things like with customer service trainings and things like that. So.
Yeah, and that's really cool. And then how do these businesses get started working with EKCEP? How do they get in contact with you guys? How do they know how to reach out to y'all?
Well, luckily, we just launched our new website today at ekcep.org. So,
Okay, shameless plug, Melissa.
hey, it's a fantastic website. It's easy to navigate. The businesses will be able to connect with us easily. They can connect with their business service consultant in their area. And again, they can connect with us as well, Lisa and myself.
So they basically would start at their local Kentucky Career Center. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of businesses are usually qualified for working with us?
Any and all. Mom and pop businesses, manufacturers, any and all businesses.
Okay.
Mainly
that's so important. I don't think people realize that. Like they think, well, I must need to be like some big enterprise or a large corporation to qualify, but we're here for everybody, like literally any business.
What we focus on in the area is just helping businesses to retain, grow, and helping them recruit for new employees. We're in the workforce business, but we're also in the business of living and working in our areas and being members of our communities that help things grow and strive.
Mm-hmm. So can you give us some examples of businesses that we've helped with upskilling their current employees? Like I've heard stories about the fire department needing help or people getting CDLs. Could you talk to us just some examples of people that you've helped?
We have a history with Progress Rail out of Knox County. They're in the Corbin area, and we are proud to say that we are being able to help them with their workforce needs. So we're helping them, upskilling some people in their welding and helping them with their OSHA and MSHA trainings and things like that. So really exciting about that.
Yeah, those are really good paying jobs as well. So
yes,
we're happy to have Progress Rail back in Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, it's so win-win for both sides. Like the employer gets what they need and the employees get the pay and the training that they need. And so it's a really awesome relationship, the way that we're able to help both sides of the coin.
And the community as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And our economy overall, like there's so many benefits to the work we do. That's why I love working here because it's just doing really good things in this, in Eastern Kentucky. And I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Thoroughly.
Well, thank you so much. This has been really helpful. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to say about business services or how you're helping business owners or anything you would want to share with an employer who might be listening today?
Well, if you're a business that is in need and have workforce needs, please contact us, ekcep.org. We'll connect you with a business services consultant in your area, or Lisa and I may talk with you as well. And we're just here to help.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies, for taking time out of your day to chat with us. This has been really informative, and I think it's going to help a lot of employers out there because, it doesn't matter how new or established your business is, or how big or small, like, we are here to help you. And so much of what we do is absolutely at no cost to you as an employer. So give us a call.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for being on, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank
We're excited
you.
to be your first guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So exciting. So that's all we have for you guys today. If you're looking for a job, want to advance your career, or you're a business leader looking for skilled workers, EKCEP is here for you. You can find more information about EKCEP and all of our services at ekcep.org, or visit your local Kentucky Career Center, and you'll find the links to everything we mentioned today in the show notes. So have a great day, Eastern Kentucky.
Let's get to work. Bye.